Hey y'all, it's your girl Riri again, back in the bin like she never left, back with another video. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey. And if you are new to my channel, my name is Renee, but you can call me Ree or Riri, whichever one best fits you, suits you, or whichever one you please. So, as you guys can see by the title, I'm gonna get a little bit personal. Well, not a little bit, a lot personal with y'all. I've been off of YouTube for about roughly a year, I would say, or a couple months. I'm gonna say like over a year. I haven't posted a video in like man long. I haven't took the time. Not like I don't have the time, I just haven't took the time. I had a lot going on over this last year. A lot of things going on with me, excuse me, my life, my health, all of that. And as you guys can see by the title, you know what we're talking about. I'm sharing this because I have the urge to get back into my groove. YouTube is something I do because I like it. I love it. I love the editing videos and making videos, the being on camera. That's my thing. That's me. And I kind of like lost myself a little bit for a while. For obviously good reasons, personal issues that I have never shared with anyone. I haven't shared with you guys, and I miss making videos. I want to get back to it, but I got to incorporate you guys or keep you guys up to date with my current lifestyle and how my new videos are going to be changing or being erased, or I don't know how to explain it. So yeah, just by the title, if you have read, I don't know what I'm gonna label the title yet, but you're gonna know. Still the same topic. But anywho, we're gonna get right into it. So what is PCOS? The categories under PCOS, what causes PCOS, the symptoms of PCOS, and treatment of PCOS. And I will explain how I found out that I have PCOS and my story behind it. So yes, I have been diagnosed, if that's the appropriate word to use, by my doctor or doctors, that I do have PCOS. Now, what is PCOS? PCOS, well, the full name of PCOS is Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome. That's what the short term for PCOS is. Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome, which is mostly common in women. It's ovarian. PCOS is a hormonal disorder that causes enlarging ovaries with small cysts or follicles inside of the ovaries. It can be on the left, right, or even both. In some cases, they do have small cysts on the outer edges of the ovaries. And in some cases, like mine, women do develop follicles or follicles. They're like little small bumps inside of the ovaries, and it can range from 1 to about 50, a lot. 10, 20, a lot. And you're probably wondering, well, what are follicles? Well, let me tell you. Follicles are small sacs filled with fluid inside of a woman's ovaries. And the number of follicles presented within the ovaries can range, as I said, from 1 to 10, 1 to 20, 1 to 30. It all depends. And also the number of follicles represented in the ovaries can tell a lot about a woman's fertility. You guys do know what fertility means and what infertility. Fertility means the ability to have kids, to reproduce, your chances of reproduction, giving birth, having kids. Infertility means you can't have kids, or you have infertility issues, which is harder for you to have kids or obtain the ability to get pregnant. But yeah, that's the logistics of what PCOS is, for anyone who did not know. Now let's get into the other half of what causes PCOS. There isn't any deep research on what particularly causes PCOS in women, and it isn't completely understood. But the little research they do have states that it's a combination of genetic and environmental causes, issues, factories, problems that can cause PCOS. But personally, for me, I do not consider it genetic or environmental issues. I personally know for a fact that my PCOS was caused from birth control, in which I will not get on the topic of birth control right now, because that's a whole nother topic. It's way deeper, it's more information, and if you guys are truly concerned or want to know more about that and my take on birth control and how I know it causes my PCOS, then you can ask down below in the comments for a video on that, and I'll be happy to share all my research and details about how I know for a fact that I have PCOS because of the birth control that I was on. But there are many researches of many women who can literally show evidence of their health and genetic to show that most women develop PCOS because of birth control, and I am one of those women who develop PCOS because of birth control. We're gonna get to the symptoms of PCOS so that you can look out for. Symptoms of PCOS may vary, but it's not limited to the regular Google search, but I'm gonna go in depth. Some things are irregular periods, excessive hair growth, obesity, absence of menstrual, which means completely not being able to see your period, depression, anxiety, stress. Yes, inappropriate male features such as beard, mustache, etc. Hair loss, acne, oily skin, not to mention ovarian cysts, fibroid, miscarriage, and clinical depression. There are many more symptoms besides the ones I've listed, but these are the common ones that most women do develop or see who have been diagnosed with PCOS. Okay, that's just the legit. Now here is for treatment of PCOS, but before I get into that, I just want to make it clear that there have been no scientific cure developed for women with PCOS, for the simple fact that I said there's no hardcore evidence or research to prove what causes PCOS and how women develop PCOS. There haven't been completely understood yet, so there's no cure for PCOS. It's a natural I would say disorder within women, but there are ways that you can treat / reverse your PCOS. Okay, let's get into that. There are many ways that you can treat your PCOS, but the most common way that doctors highly and mostly only recommend is birth control. Now, as I said, for me, my whole take on birth control is that of which caused my PCOS. But the most common way that doctors will prescribe or push or let you know the only ways to reverse this PCOS or to help you to get back your regular periods or to get back your body in an active natural state is to be on birth control. And mostly they'll recommend the pill. If you're not okay with that, they'll recommend the patch, a shot, or you know, the UDI to put up inside you. I think that's what it's called. I know much about birth control, but I have a lot of research on that. But the most common way to treat it for doctors mostly is being on birth control, so that way you can get back your period, because most women with PCOS struggle with irregular periods and struggle with not having periods at all, and I was in that position for a while, so I know. And then they just highly always recommend you to be on birth control. That's the highly common treatment medically. And in later or more severe stage of PCOS, people with diabetes, there are different medications for that. You can always look it up, but I know it as being in other stages of women with serious conditions or serious stages within PCOS. There are certain medications like metformin, I think it's called, but I'll put the word here if I'm saying it wrong, that help to prevent diabetes and also helps control high cholesterol in your hormones to increase fertility issues. And then there's other treatment which includes like self-care, exercising, weight loss, healthier eating, natural ways in which I am currently attending to. Most people I've known with PCOS who prefers not to be back on birth control or go on birth control, they prefer to do the most natural take on preventing or reversing, or try to reverse their PCOS by going natural, eating much more healthier, taking less carbs and more proteins, eating way healthier, eating way healthier, taking exercise, and keeping their body at a healthy stage so their body can get insulin. Most women with PCOS have a high insulin level or a low insulin level, so that's what kind of causes the influctually of their hormones. Because as I said, PCOS deals with mostly your hormones, so that's where it goes. Since we've gotten the logistics of what PCOS is, what causes, symptoms, and treatments, so you know the whole rundown, I will get into how I found out I have PCOS and where I've been. So as of 1 month ago, I was officially diagnosed with PCOS, which is Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome. As I mentioned earlier in the video. As of 2020, May of 2020, I got off of birth control. I have been on birth control on and off for about 4 years. I always take the depot shot. Yes, that's what I was always on. But I was always on and off, and never always straight all 4 years. It was more like every 6, 7, 8 months, and I might take a break or something like that. But I've been on it for 4 years, and as of 2020 of May, I decided to get off of birth control completely because I no longer wanted to be in it, and I feel like it's no longer doing a purpose to me, because the whole point, mostly for most people like myself, birth control is for protection against getting pregnant, mostly, and stuff like that. That's my whole purpose of being on birth control. Before I used to be on birth control, I used to get regular periods, and when I used to get on birth control and decide to take breaks, I still used to get back my regular periods. But this is where it all changed. As of May 2020, when I did get off of birth control, I gave myself about a month, because I'm like, you know what, my body just got off of it, so it needs time to wear off and come fresh and just start over. So I'm like, I'm gonna give it time. Went to the doctor, I think in July, and I mentioned to my doctor, oh well, I haven't got my period back since I got off the birth control. And they're like, do you want to get back on it? No, I don't. I just want to have my regular period back, have my body flowing good. So I explained to my doctor I haven't seen my period yet, and I've been off of birth control since May. He's like, oh, give it some more time. I'm like, all right, cool, no problem, I understand that. And then besides that, time passed, time went by, and we're in October, and I'm back to my doctor like, sir, I still haven't got my period. It's like 5 months now and there's no period, so something has to be wrong. From that moment on, I just knew something was wrong with me. Something is happening, something's going on, something has to be wrong with my body. I started feeling it deeply, like something is going on inside of me, and I need to get down to the bottom of it, because I think about my health a lot. I take very much pride in my health. It's very important to me to stay healthy, and be clean, and I do take a lot of pride in my health. So I was always worried, and I'm an overthinker. I already deal with anxiety very bad. Do deal with depression. Not as bad, but it's on the side, it's on the edge. And insomnia, because I have very, very bad sleep deprivations. Like, I just can't sleep. I don't be sleeping. Like right now, it's 4 in the morning, I'm making this video. That's to say I don't sleep. But yeah, so I'm like, I don't see no period, so where's my period? I'm stressing it. So I went back to my doctor. He ran tests. He's like, you don't have no STDs, you don't have no issues, your health seems fine, your blood work is fine. I don't see the issue. And then he gave me a what's it called, referral to see a OBGYN doctor that that can look deeper into my issues, because my regular doctor is a what do you call them, pediatrician doctor. Yes, I still go to my pediatrician doctor. So got the referral, made appointments in October to see the doctor, came into the OBGYN. They took some blood work, they asked me a whole bunch of questions, you know, to run down. And that's when I had my first pap smear. I think that's what it's called. My cervix was fine, as they say. My vagina was fine. The linings were great. They just don't know what the problem is. So they're like, results and everything is gonna go in, and I'm gonna come back. The results went in. I came back like a week later, and the doctor was just like, your results are fine. I said, you have no STD, you have no sickness, no none of that. You only have asthma, and I've been having all of it since I was born. So there's nothing really we can show or prove that, okay, we don't know why you're getting your period. Maybe it's because you was on a birth control for so long, as they say. Your body is like used to it, that it haven't like condition itself back to knowing that, yo, you have to get your periods. So they're like, we're gonna give you these bunches of medication that you're gonna take, and this medication is to quote unquote trick your body into having a period. So it's gonna stimulate my hormones, thinking like, okay, you need to have a period. So that's what they did. So I had to take this medication for like a good week, I think, or something like that, a couple days. It's a good week, I think. And they were just a bunch of tablets. So I took it, I leave the doctor, I got all that done, but I took it, and my period came back in the month of November, I think, or December. In December, yeah, November and December it came back. And I was like, wait, okay, now I'm back to normal, everything's okay, I think I'm fine. But I used to get this pain on the right side of my stomach, at the bottom of my stomach, a lot. But I never used to think, I'm just thinking I need to use the bathroom or something, or I'm just bloated. I took the pills, got my period back in November and December, and I told my body was back to normal, everything's fine. And then the new year comes, 2021, which we are in, and I'm still trying to go through it. I just, you know, working and trying to go through life, still going through the fact that I know deep down inside my heart that something is wrong with me, and that I need to get to the bottom of it ASAP. Something is definitely going on within my body I can't put my hands on. And then again, my period went away and it didn't come back, and I spoke to the OB/GYN about it, and their first instinct was to tell me I need to get back on birth control, and that will restart or reset my period completely. If I get back on birth control, then I will get regular periods. But I'm like, I was on birth control and I didn't get periods at all, so why would you guys want to put me back on it again, knowing that that caused me to not have a period? It doesn't add up, it doesn't make sense. So I was very adamant about not going on birth control, and I don't want it, so I wasn't going back, pardon me, to the doctor. After that, I'm trying to look up a whole bunch of different things. Like, I'm looking up back to back a whole bunch of things on Google, you know, driving myself crazy. Because you know how Google get when you search up something and it gives you something even more scary. You're like, you're losing your mind. That was me. So, but I was just trying to find natural ways to figure out what was going on in my body. And when I started looking up all the symptoms that I was having, what kept popping up was PCOS. All the time, keep popping up. And I'm in my head, I'm like, I have PCOS. I feel like I have PCOS. I know I have it. I can feel it. Like, it just clicked to me. And I feel like I self-diagnosed myself with it already. And then, you know, as the year going by, March, January, February, March, April, May come, I got my first period in June back again. I was like so excited and happy. My skin was clearing up. My acne was going away. Because with PCOS, you do get acne. And I am the less fortunate of women who do get bad acne with my PCOS, and depression and anxiety and stress, because I stress a lot. But yeah, and then I keep doing that, and then in July I got my period back again, and I was so excited, so happy. And then I took a trip to my home country for about a month, and that did me justice of just natural, healthier, good products for my body. That did me justice. Fast forward, I came back in August. I didn't get a period in August, and that's when I made another appointment to go to see another OB/GYN, because the last ones, they did not do their job properly. I went to see the new OB/GYN in September. I got my period in the ending of August into September, before my birthday. I went to see the OB/GYN after my birthday, I think, right? Yes, after my birthday, which was the beginning of October, last September, I think. The ending of September, I can't remember, but it was after my birthday. I went to see the different OB/GYN, and this time that we talked, I told them my issues. I feel like it's more to what it is, and I need someone to actually look into this seriously. And they were like, okay, we are going to send you for an ultrasound. pelvic ultrasound, and we are also going to draw more blood per usual, just to make sure how your health is. And we are also going to do another pap smear and another exam. They did that, found out my cervix was intact, healthy, great. My linings of my vagina is great. Everything is healthy in there. Everything seemed fine. They did that. I did the ultrasound and everything, and about, as I said, a month ago is when I got the results back from my doctor. We talked on the phone over like voice call because I didn't need to go see him. And you know, that's when I was fully diagnosed with PCOS. They found that my right side ovary is enlarging, and it had, well, still have probably, but I'm working on that, 7 follicles in it. And I've mentioned to you earlier in the video what follicles is. They are sacs of liquid inside fluids that cause the ovaries to be enlarging. I don't have no cysts or nothing, and I rebuked that in the name of Jesus, and I'm so happy. But the follicles in ovaries can cause infertility issues, and they can get bigger, they can grow larger, and they can be more. They can grow up to, I can get 10 of them, 20 of them. Right now I currently have 7, and it's pressing against my ovaries, which is causing me to have issues. So that's why I need to work like to reverse that. I don't need surgery or anything like that to get them out. Naturally they're gonna come out themselves, but you know, so far I've been living with PCOS for over a year, but now actually being diagnosed with it has been a month, and it's been struggling. Like, I do suffer with depression and a lot of anxiety, and sleep insomnia, because I hardly ever sleep. I have sleeping issues bad. Acne, yes, on and off. Is getting back together right now because I'm getting back to my regimens and routines. I'm trying to figure out where I fit in a good healthy diet. I am going to post more PCOS content because I am a woman with PCOS, and I have no problem helping other women out to figure out PCOS about them, and if they have PCOS, and helping them to prevent it and how they can prevent it and things to do if you do have it. And we all can be on this journey together of trying to reverse our PCOS and giving our bodies back to the way it was, or in a better state or manner. So that's how I found out I got PCOS and how I was diagnosed and where I am right now. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell down in the description below. Everything will be down in the description box below. Anything you need to know will be down there, but hit the notification bell so you can be updated every time I upload a new video. And it is your girl Riri, and I will be checking out. Have a great day, great night, great evening, or great morning. It was a pleasure. Thank you.